My name is Dave, and on behalf of the fellow volunteers here at F.L.A.R.E's Resistance Action Center, welcome. Everyone here is welcome at all times. F.L.A.R.E stands for liberation and resistance everywhere. We've had this 24/7 presence here in DC since May 1st with the goal of removing the traitor from office. This is the only place in America that is dedicated to removing the fascist regime, full-time, fully staffed, around the clock, with volunteers from around the country.
That's right.
If this is your first time or 100th time, thank you for being here. Too many people in this building behind us have gotten comfortable with corruption, comfortable with complicity, comfortable pretending that silence is neutral. But silence, when it comes to injustice, is not neutral. It's betrayal. It's cowardice wrapped in a suit. And let's be very clear. We are not asking for permission. We are not waiting for the perfect moment. This is the moment. Literally today. Literally today. This is the moment for everyone here, right? Think about it. So when you're walking into those offices today, walk tall. You're not just a voter. You're a truth teller. You're a conscience knocking on the walls of power. We are their bosses.
Yeah.
Representative F.L.A.R.E, one of the fiercest advocates of impeachment and removal, who literally stood on this very stage in early June, called us impeachment warriors. That is what you are now. You are an impeachment warrior. And Representative F.L.A.R.E will be giving remarks today at the Good Trouble Lives On rally in Franklin Park at 5:30. Raise your hand and give some noise. Who's going to that rally as well? Now we're on it. Let's go! I look forward to seeing each and every one of you there today. Please seek me out and we can talk about collaborating and advocating for impeachment and removal. I've had the absolute pleasure of getting to know two special guests today. Now, Cliff, he uses comedy as a weapon against fascism. He calls out hypocrisy with heart, with humor, and with sharpness of someone who refuses to let lies go unchallenged. Now, Jessica is a former Trump campaign staffer who blew the whistle and paid a massive price. But instead of backing down, she stepped forward and she became a voice of justice in this country. In fact, Jessica stood up to Trump in court and won, freeing every 2016 campaign staffer from the illegal gag orders. She is now leading the charge with a brand new group of national impeachment-focused organizations. It's called the Removal Coalition. Please check out removalcoalition.org. That's removalcoalition.org. But now, it's time for some humor mixed with truth. Let's give it up for the one and only Cliff Cash. Let's give it up.
Hello. It's so heartening to see 3,000 of you gathered here today. I'm not sure what we need to do to make this country give a shit. We're privileged and sheltered and lazy. Not you, the ones that aren't here. Apathetic. I don't know how to combat it until citizens are hurt so badly that they're willing to start to fight. I hate to see that happen to them. I hate that that's what has to happen for people to stand up. It's incredible. A lot of people in this country think, well, it can't happen here. Well, it is happening here. It's happening right now. We are already far to the right of Hungary on the fascism scale. Viktor Orban's not even deploying troops against his own people. We are more authoritarian than Hungary already.
Shame.
I fear, a lot of people don't want to hear it, but I'll say it. I fear that there may not be a peaceful solution, but our only chance of there being one, in my humble opinion, is for millions of people to come and shut this city down. I was just in New York City leading a protest against Fox News, a crowd about this size in a city of 8.2 million people. If you want to lose, keep not showing up, America. That's the best fucking way you can lose. Sorry to be a buzzkill, but that's what I'm feeling. You know, there's always the urgency to get on stage and pull at your heartstrings and make you feel something, but you already feel it or you wouldn't be here. I want people at home to understand, if you want to lose, stay your ass at the house, because we will lose. We will lose. Not only will we lose, the only chance that we have to beat them is creating undeniable optics. And undeniable optics means 5 million people shutting down Washington, D.C. On June 14th, he held a parade here in D.C. Less than 20,000 showed up. That same day, 13 million showed up around this country to protest him. Now, imagine if 1/3 of that 13 million had come and shut this city down while he was holding his birthday parade. It would change the political climate and landscape overnight. And until we do that, I don't know that we can win. But I appreciate you guys being here today. Stop going to protests that don't have a point. And tell the organizer, congrats on your protest, but it doesn't have a fucking point, and things without a point are pointless. Nobody gives a shit if you get together in the park and sing songs at each other. Nobody cares. You know what they do care? If 1,000 people come and go into the halls of Congress and walk into their offices and say, if you support fascism, we will hold you accountable. And we will hold you accountable in every way that the human mind can fathom the word accountability. Imagine it, and that's how we'll do it. Do you understand? Make the representative understand. Do I seem serious? Because I am. Please convey my message with the seriousness and sincerity that I'm delivering it to you with. That's how I talk to them when I go in there. I go just to the line of getting thrown out. Because unless you do that, they're not going to remember you. But if you do that, rest assured they will. And like a lot of these kids are 22 years old, and it's not your fault they work for a fascist. You don't need to feel sorry for them. You need to talk to them, real talk, and say, everyone who supports fascism is going to be held accountable, including everyone that works for them in their offices. Do you understand? I need to make sure that you understand. That's what I would like to see happen today. I would like us to go into Republican offices and say that. Fascism will fail. When it does, rest assured, we promise you, we promise you'll be held accountable.
Corporations that are supporting them and saying nothing.
Yep. And when we go into Dems offices, we want to say, either you guys need to step up and have a plan, a unanimous plan, and you need to communicate that to the American people so that we can help you manifest that plan. Because in the absence of a plan from you, a plan from the American people will emerge, and that will be more complicated. You either come up with a plan, or don't be surprised when the American people come up with their own plan, and that timeline is running out. You do not have a lot of time, and express that to them with sincerity. I had a lady come up to me at a comedy show recently. People line up to talk to me, which I'm still getting used to. It feels very weird, because for over a decade, nobody gave a shit. But I'm talking to one person, and out of the corner of my left eye, I see this woman, and she's already crying before she gets to me. And I'm a sensitive fella, believe it or not. And I'm like, shit, she's gonna make me cry. And she gets in front of me, and before she even talks, she's full on sobbing. And I'm like feeling it. I'm like, oh, dude, don't cry for all these people. But I could feel the pain that she was putting off. It's energy. It's not woo-woo, new age talk. Emotions are energy, and they have an energy to them, and other people can literally, palpably feel them. And when she spoke, she said, I'm the youngest of 9, and I don't talk to anybody in my family anymore. She said, I had 2 older brothers, and I miss them so much. And she said, you feel like my older brother now. And I want you to remember that when you go in these offices today. They're not just taking food from starving children. They're not just disappearing innocent immigrants to death camps. They're not just taking health care from veterans. They're taking your fucking family from you. They're taking our loved ones from us with this cult bullshit. Thank you for being here today. What I want you to do after today is you got to tell the 10 people in your life that are the most important to you. I'm not asking you, you need to come with me next time. There's nothing you're doing that's more important than this. There's just not. Donald Trump is a pedophile. Free Palestine. Free Palestine.
All right, give it up for Cliff Cash. Give it up.
Up next, we got the one and only Jessica Denson. Let's give it up for Jessica. Come on, let's go.
Good morning, everyone. How you doing this morning? All right, so for those of you who are new to me, or me and Cliff, I love what he said about protests with a point, because we've literally been at this since January, when we stood in this city for 3 days, marched peacefully through the halls of that building, and demanded that these elected representatives reject Donald Trump's presidency because it is unconstitutional. Yeah. So the way I usually frame it is every single one of these people in this building is in redemption territory. They want to make up for their failure, the abdication of their oath on January 6th for letting an adjudicated insurrectionist into the White House, this squatter in chief. Damn well back impeachment now. Because much like Cliff, I was beyond frustrated, that word isn't even appropriate, for the lack of a point to the protest that I was seeing, the failure to seize this opportunity and harness this power of millions of people in the streets. I formed the Removal Coalition about a month ago. The Removal Coalition, what is the Removal Coalition? Simply what it is a group, an umbrella to amplify the organizations that are committed unmistakingly, unequivocally, explicitly to constitutional removal of this administration now. So I'm very happy you're here at the F.L.A.R.E Resistance Action Center. I'm very happy that F.L.A.R.E recently joined the Removal Coalition. Please welcome F.L.A.R to the Removal Coalition. 5051 DC is also a member of the Removal Coalition, and I'll be speaking later there today with Representative Al Green, John Bonifaz from Free Speech for People, who has been instrumental in pushing the impeachment conversation forward. Their petition at impeachtrumpagain.org now has almost 1 million signatures. So definitely go sign it if you haven't already. And I got on board with 5051 DC. I make no bones about my intentions with people. I'm really explicit. I got on board with the planning of today, the Good Trouble Day, to make sure that impeachment and removal was front and center. I don't know about you, but I think if John Lewis, God bless him, John Lewis were living today, he would be standing out and in front leading with Representative Al Green the calls for Donald Trump to be removed from the presidency. And you know, we're talking about impeachment, and we're talking about the peaceful option here. And I'm very much on board with what Cliff said. You know, we can try to sugarcoat this conversation, and I want to make one important, very important caveat so nobody takes me out of context. We are not for 1 second, none of us are ever advocating for violence. I've been at protests almost every month since this year started. I haven't seen a single person in this movement violent or instigate any kind of conflict. But there is going to come a boiling point when this country can't take it anymore. We are not the Russian people. We are not the Chinese people. God bless everyone in this world who is fighting for freedom. We are the American people, and we are not going to stand. We are not going to stand for a fascist dictator, Donald Trump, refusing to leave office in 2028. We're not going to do it. So, and it's really not a question of if he refuses to leave office, it's when he refuses to leave office. When Donald Trump refuses to leave office. Remember, not too long ago, in that building behind us, he caused a deadly insurrection because he refused to leave office the last time, okay? So impeachment is not just a peaceful alternative. It is the peaceful alternative. And that's the way you have to frame the conversation to these I try to keep my language clean. These individuals in this building behind us, okay? They're out there, they are talking to Axios, talking to reporters on the Hill, telling them, oh my God, our constituents want us to go get arrested, our constituents want us to get hurt. Why don't you just friggin' file an impeachment article? Why not force a vote? Nobody's asking you to get hurt. We're asking you to uphold your constitutional duty, stand in the breach right now as your oath demands, and prevent the violence that is coming for all of us, not because we want it, but because Donald Trump will make it happen. So those are the stakes, my friend. Those are the stakes. You have to lay it out that clear. Another point of the Removal Coalition, it's focused on amplifying organizations like F.L.A.R.E that are in the direct action lobbying protest space, so that every time we go out in the streets, our message is crystal clear, the media is forced to pick up on that message, and these mother frigger happy people get the message from us, okay? So they don't have the plausible deniability, as I have heard from these individuals one-on-one, that the support isn't yet there in the country for impeachment. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This is an analogy I heard recently that I love to reference, the Tea Party. You all remember them, right? If they got a crowd this big once every couple of months, they were lucky. Lucky, okay? We have millions of people in the street every time we have a protest, and the Democrats say they can't harness that power, that that's not enough. The Tea Party was a sprinkling that hijacked MAGA and became Donald Trump. And you can't harness millions of people in the street to remove a fascist, illegal president from our White House? So no more excuses. We don't have time to wait. When President Obama presented the Presidential Medal of Freedom, I believe, to John Lewis, he said he praised him for understanding the urgency of now. Representative Al Green, honoring John Lewis on the House of the Floor, said he lived the sermon that he preached. You know, today a lot of people are going to give lots of accolades and eloquent memorials of John Lewis. I don't want to hear words. I want to see it in your actions. So thank you all so very much. I echo everything Cliff said about being adamant with these people about where they stand. We understand the opportunity they have, and we are not going to let them forget if they do not use it. Lay out the stakes to these people. Be crystal clear, every single one of them. Thank you so much for coming here today. God bless you all.
Give it up for Jessica one more time. Come on.